Our first guest tonight is a Grammy-nominated comedian and actor. He stars in Unfrosted, which is streaming on Netflix May 3rd. Please welcome back to the show our very good friend, Jim Gaffigan, everybody. Welcome.
Thank you.
Jim, it is your 10th time on the show.
10th time, I'm co-host. I am officially the co-host.
And
I'm gonna fix some things around
wait,
here.
No. That's not what I wanted this to go.
Oh.
I'm going to celebrate with something you brought us.
Oh, wow.
You have your own personal bourbon brand now.
Oh, my gosh, how did that end up happening?
Well, don't you remember? You brought them in a box.
Yeah,
and you were
I brought
selling
it,
them.
and I told them to place it back there, but I didn't know they were gonna do exactly what I wanted. This is my bourbon. It's called Father Time.
Yeah.
And because, people ask, why do you have your own bourbon? It's because I have children.
Yeah.
And
You cut out the middleman.
yes. And so I know your kids are younger.
Yeah.
But you're gonna need this stuff.
Yeah.
And I think that fathers are generally underappreciated. Who would agree with me? Right? Listen to these divorced dads, right?
That's the most muted we've ever gotten for a call out.
People
That's
were
how
like,
bad life is as a dad. People are like,
No,
do
it-
they?
Well, it is. First of all, we got to try this.
All right, I also
gotta
drink
try
it with ice, and you're not going to judge me.
Feel the weight on that.
Oh, it's a good way.
nice,
that
right?
means so much to everyone.
No, it is.
Heavy cork. Oh, yeah.
No, I worked really hard on this.
Oh,
and
you wasted your time. No one cares.
The thing is, it's like this is unlike other celebrity spirits.
Yep.
I'm gonna lose money.
Okay.
Because I was approached a couple times, but I've had some celebrity spirits that weren't great. So I called a friend in Louisville, and I was like, hey, do you think that we can buy a couple barrels and make sure that it's good? And so that's what we did. And then we designed the label, and
Is that your father?
that's my grandfather.
That's your grandfather.
That's
okay.
my grandfather. By the way, I have to sign this because every bottle is signed. I signed
Really?
every bottle, and I really regret deciding to do that.
Yeah.
Because in the end, I'm just a lazy guy.
So you're losing money. You've made it more hard on yourself than anybody else. Like Clooney's not signing his tequila.
No, he's not.
He's just making money and not signing.
That's my grandfather.
Okay.
And, it's interesting because as your kids get older, when you become a father, it makes you look at your father differently.
Yes.
And so over time and during the pandemic when I became an alcoholic, I realized that, my dad made more sense. And then it made me consider my grandfather who made dentures. I don't want to brag, and I remember thinking, that's so weird. He made dentures, but he really is a hero because I found out on Finding Your Roots that he broke a cycle of my family working in coal mines. Not that there's anything wrong with coal mines, but we worked in coal mines for like 60, 70 years, and he broke the cycle. So let's give it up for Joseph Patrick Gaffigan. So that was...
Cheers, by the way. Cheers to your grandfather.
Let's see if you like it.
I'm very excited. You can tell it's a heavy cork, a heavy stopper. It's wonderful.
It's good, right?
It's very smooth and good.
I mean, that's the important thing. I wanted it to be smooth. I wanted it to be good because it's.
It's smooth like Gaffigan. You also have these are glasses.
These are quotes.
These are quotes on the glass. Can I read my quote?
Yes.
These are your quotes. I should know. These are not inspirational.
Yes.
These are just. Raising kids may be a thankless job with ridiculous hours, but at least the pay sucks.
Yes.
Yeah.
And this is being a father is definitely the most important thing I will fail at. And some of it is like around Father's Day. You do a lot of family material.
Well, it's crazy. I mean, I have 3. You have 5 kids between the ages of 19 and 11.
I know.
So how can you not? No matter how crazy the world gets, I feel like there must be nothing that generates better material for you than 5 children.
It really is amazing. I mean, they are slowly killing me.
Yeah.
But there is an endless supply of material, which is really pain, right? Because that's what stand-up is. We take pain and we turn it into ha-ha.
Yeah. So they're just like pain factories, and then you're like spinning it into laughs.
I mean, that's why every hurricane's named after a teenager. right?
Yeah.
It's hard. It's hard. And that's why this is.
And New York City kids, the fact that you, because again, that's where I realized, oh, the people in the suburbs, I'm not saying it's easy to have kids in the suburbs, but my God, the city.
No, yeah. Kids. I mean, I love New York City. I've lived here for 35 years. I know I look like I'm 36, but, and I love the city so much, but I would love to walk maybe a half a block without smelling pot.
Yeah.
That would be nice. You know what I mean? I've got an 11 and a 12-year-old, and, you know, it's like, I'd like them to maybe struggle to find drugs.
Yeah.
If at all possible. But.
Well, because I feel like I learned a lot of my wherewithal for how hard it was to track down as a kid.
Yes.
You know.
That resourcefulness. You looking for drugs made you great.
Yeah. I'd have to go to, like, the old quarry.
Right, and half of it was oregano.
Yeah. Meanwhile, these kids just getting it, like, they're storefronts now.
If you're watching at home, we're encouraging alcohol and drugs.
I've been very lucky recently. I've been doing some shows with our friend John Oliver. You've been doing shows with Jerry Seinfeld. That must be a heck of a night for people.
Oh, it is crazy. I mean, Jerry, it's, you know, I'm just happy that I can help him. You know what I mean?
Because he's had some tough times, right?
You know,
financially, it's not been good.
When's he gonna have some success?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, he had a sitcom, Seinfeld, Comedians in Cars, B-movie, but other than that.
Yeah. It's very sweet of you to throw the rope down for a friend.
I just want to help.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You're a helpful guy.
But, you know, it is, and I'm sure that John Oliver is like this. There is something, you know, as a comedian, when you gain a certain level of touring and success, you lose contact with people. So it's great when you can do these shows together with somebody that's so fun. And, you know, Jerry is just like this encyclopedic knowledge of comedy. He's like talking to Aristotle about comedy.
It is nice to be with someone, like, I feel like there's some people who are like, oh, I don't want to talk about work.
Yes.
All I ever want to do when I'm with another comedian is talk about comedy.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you know, and Jerry is definitely one of those guys that is constantly caught up in the theoretics and the logic behind jokes. So it's really fun. I mean, it's either that or alcohol.
Yeah. And you've done a film with Jerry. We're going to talk about that when we get back. More with Jim Gaffigan, just a minute.